module. This is a power supply, SANPU model A350-12. This is 220 volts input, and then the output is 12 volts, 29.2 ampere, so almost 30 ampere. So step down from 220 to 12 volts. So we can see here that is the input, 200 to 240 volts, 4.0 ampere max. That is the amperage of the AC. And then for the neutral, and then for the live wire, 220. And then for the negative voltage, 3 slots, positive voltage, 3 slots. So positive voltage 1, 2, 3, and negative voltage 1, 2, 3. This is SANPU power supply. So you can see here, it is not yet been opened. This yellow sticker. So we're the one we're going to check what's inside this power supply. If it's still in a good condition. Let us see what's inside. So this is the inside, and it is dirty. We're going to clean the inside. Tracing or reverse engineering the actual power supply. So you can see here there is the toroid, the pins, and then the big transformer, small transformer, and then the PWM generator, MOSFET. These two these two, that is a Schutzki rectifier diode. And then here, the fuse, the capacitor. So we have these 220 volts input. We have protection fuse, capacitor, coil, and then thermistor. This is to eliminate noise or to prevent electromagnetic interference. They use this X-rated capacitor and then this inductor. And then this is a thermistor, then inductor, capacitor for protection against overheating. Then this one is the bridge rectifier. So it converts the 220 into DC, direct current. So these two capacitor now, two capacitor here, they are the bulk capacitor, filter capacitor. It filters the direct current. So here, once we have this analog sine wave or alternating current AC passes through the rectifier. This rectifier, big rectifier, that is I think this one is GBU 15K bridge rectifier. It passes this it will become direct current here. So DC now. It means the current flows here is in one direction. It rectifies the 220 volts. So ito capacitor here, some loading sensing resistor, current sensing resistor, and then we have the MOSFET here. That is the MOSFET. It is a MOSFET. So you can see here the MOSFET. Capacitor, then the MOSFET somewhere there, IRFP 460, IRFP2 MOSFET. That's driving this transformer through coil and then to the transformer. So it drives the transformer using so you can see here we have this PWM generator switching IC. So it converts this, it produces a high frequency, converting this direct current into alternating current. So it provides the PWM to the transformer. PWM like this. Once it passes through the transformer, it will now using this Schutzki rectifier again, from AC becomes DC again. It rectified using this dual Schutzki diode, Schutzki barrier diode. Fuse. Okay. And becomes now DC again, and then there's three capacitor for filtering the output. Now we have the output positive voltage 12 volts and then negative voltage ground. So we have 3 positive voltage, 3 ground, and we have this voltage regulator 7802 somewhere here, this one. So it regulates the voltage. Then in the case of there is something wrong with the output, we have this feedback using 2 optocoupler with a Zener diode there. TL431 precision reference, just like a Zener diode, for balancing the output to the by controlling the switching IC. The switching IC, this one. Where is that switching IC? This one. It balances the input versus the output. So if we are less than 12 volts, it will continue to feedback using this two optocoupler to balance the voltage output. So that is how to convert this. So we have now this equivalent schematic diagram, the power of 12 volts and 30 ampere. We can now test this if it works. We're now going to test the module. Oops. Sorry. 220 cable now is connected to the 220. We're going to put it in 220 volts. So LED turns on, and we have now this. We're going to use this Proskit MT5211 classic tester, 20 volts. Since we are going to test it if it is 12 volts power backlight, and then AC, DC. Our output is DC. The first three pins, they are positive, and then the fourth, 6 negative. 11.58, 11.58, 11.58. So the module is still working.